It goes right to that hard like stop, huh?
Yeah, I mean, you can have it transition and have it slide, but what's up, everyone?
Why why do that? Why even do that?
You can do it. You can have it so it goes to the next thing. We'll just
See,
go
you
to
know
it
what, Jack?
without.
I
There's
feel like you
a set
tell
in
me that
mind.
every week. I just don't retain the information, and I don't like to go back and like have to like research that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Listen, with that being said, guys, you got like a 2-second behind the scenes on what happens pretty much every week. Welcome back for a fantastic Thursday night. Let me say hi to all the people that were in here early, unlike our third co-host, which is never, ever in here early. Love them, but never here early. Pedro and David, thank you guys for joining us very, very early on. Brian, welcome in tonight. Travis, how are you doing? David and Brian, I already said, did I skip over anybody? I hope I didn't. Travis, I'm going to say hi to you again because now I can't remember if I said hello. Randy and Carl, hopefully you guys are doing fantastic. Gus, good to see you as always, my friend. Pipsqueak, hello. Jeremy, hello. Squirrel Girl, I don't know why that's hard for me to say with my Michigan accent, but it is. Squirrel Girl, happy Thursday. Evelyn, welcome. Glad to see you here tonight. Pop Funko UK, always happy to see you. Susan, welcome in. Guys, look, oh my gosh, look at all that. Hold on, let's get through this real quick.
Got some popping up.
We've got Travis gifting a membership. Travis, thank you so much, my friend. I believe Squirrel Girl got that membership, if I'm reading this correctly.
Yeah.
Congrats on that, for what it's worth. Jetman, happy Thursday to you, my friend. David, welcome.
Are you really surprised,
David?
I
already welcomed you tonight, but welcome for being a month member here. Happy 1 month anniversary. And Brian,
welcome.
We're past a year already. Congrats, my friend. And Jason, Ace, William, guys, how's everybody? Christina, T-Rav, how are you guys all doing? How are you doing, Josh? Are you doing good? Doing good this week?
Doing well. It's been a busy, crazy week, but yeah, work and everything else. It's been crazy, but yeah, doing well. It's kicking off my weekend with some PFO. I mean, how can I not do?
That's what I was going to ask. You got tomorrow off, huh?
I do have tomorrow off. It's a good day to have off because it's like a day you can get like errands done and things like that during the week, which you don't have. That's the only plus. The plus about having a Friday off, like anytime you need doctor's appointments, dentist appointments, need to get like whatever, oil change or something like that, you don't have to take off another day.
Josh, you're making me jealous and sad because I can't do any of this. I don't get to change my oil. I don't get to go to the dentist. I don't get to go to I don't get to do any of that stuff because I don't have a Friday off. Usually I don't even get like Saturday. Usually it's like part of the day on Sunday for a couple hours, because there's always stuff going on.
Something, soccer game, dance, whatever.
Yeah.
Is that all kicking back up? It's
in full-fledged,
right?
Yeah, it's not unfortunately. I like getting back into the routine of things, but the routine's a little different every year, and this year was even more like out of whack because my son plays soccer every Monday and Wednesday right now. He's got games every Monday and Wednesday. Practices pretty much every day. My daughter dances every single day except for Thursday and Friday, but now football season's in full swing. So she's at the football game tonight for JV. She'll be at the football game tomorrow. Then she has dance on Saturday. So we still got to show up for her around, which that's where my wife is right now, is picking her up, probably ready to kill her. So it's busy. It's busy, and I'm sure you guys are busy, and everybody's busy. But you know what? Everybody still shows up on Thursday night. Even look at that segue that I just pulled in. Yeah, Jen, you were probably there. Do you think I can pay attention to this? You got to be on time because I can't pay attention to the circle on my screen over here. It is so minuscule for my old eyes. I don't even see you. Seriously, I wasn't doing it to punish. I didn't see how long.
Oh no, it's okay. I was only there for like 2 minutes, so it wasn't too bad.
Oh, okay, well, I started blabbing and like I lose all track of everything. Listen, I asked Josh how his week's been. How's your week? Is it fantastic as usual?
It's been good. I was just trying to take allergy medication because apparently, as an adult now, I've developed seasonal allergies, which have been kicking my butt. So,
Oh, welcome to old agehood. Yeah,
yeah.
that's when I
So
started my allergies. It's about 5 years ago. I started it like in my late 30s, early 40s. I'm a little congested as we speak here tonight.
it's weird because I told Joanna because she was like, "Are you getting sick?" And I was like, "No, I feel 100%. I
Yeah,
just like garbage." So,
yeah.
um,
Get it, like it comes on late at night. Why?
Oak or
yeah,
something. Who knows?
Yeah,
One of those
always
kind of
something.
crazy things. Trees, leaves falling now before you guys maybe.
yeah.
Yeah,
The temperatures are dropping. It's already like in the 40s at night, so it's getting
Wow.
cold.
yeah. 40s at night and like 85 during the day. That's kind of how
Yeah,
we are over here. You leave in the morning, you got to have a sweatshirt on, and if you have that sweatshirt on, you'll be dying
sweating.
by the
Yeah,
end of the day. So yeah,
sweating.
it's that time of year. It's that special time of year
Yeah.
for sure. So did you guys pick up anything this week? I always like asking that question. Did you guys pick up anything this week?
Our spider cat came in, and it is amazing. Love it.
Josh?
I scored something last week on Friday with the craziness. I'm sure we might talk a little bit about that with a certain pop that was tried to drop but no one could get it, and then they had to reset and redo.
You know what though? I thought it was better that they actually reset.
Yeah,
Do you know what I'm saying?
I'm
Because
glad no
usually
one
they
got it. I don't think anyone got it the first time around, which is
it's
nice.
good though, right?
Yeah. And
I
they
mean, it's not
reset
good,
and they
but
gave a little bit of notice. They gave a little time a notice. They didn't like reset surprisingly, and everyone's like, "It's live, go now, or fight." So, but it was weird that they messaged. I'm surprised they're using. It doesn't seem like they often use like Twitter X. I'm going to still call it Twitter for now. But they use that to communicate the first like part of it. Like, we're having trouble with the website, this, that. It's just kind of weird. Like, they chose that for their communication platform instead of doing an Instagram story as well at the same time. Like, just kind of weird.
and why
for
not
them.
post it all on all of it?
Yeah,
Right?
I mean, especially I think they have a bigger presence right now on Instagram than anywhere else, probably. So
I would think so. John, did you try for it?
The which one was it?
DC, the DC.
The Phantasm?
Yeah.
yeah,
No, I didn't try for it. Just I felt like it was gonna be a mess, and then it was a mess, and then
I'll be honest. I was a minute late. I was kind of glad that it all got screwed up because I was like maybe a minute and 10 seconds late, and I was like, "Oh crap! Am I really going to miss out on another one?" But luckily, they did the delay, and somebody posted. I don't know if it was Funko that posted. Yeah, I think they did post that.
they posted. Yeah,
Yeah, they posted, which was nice. I mean, it was actually kind of like the way I'd like to see them operate and be a little, I thought they were helpful, at least for us to try to go get that. And we got another one tomorrow. I think tomorrow's drop though, it's the Godzilla, correct?
pricey.
yeah. They got the jumbo shot. I just looked at it. Yeah,
It'll do well. It'll sell out. I don't have a doubt about that. But and speaking
I
of
like
like
that one.
We'll get to that one. I didn't mean to take us all off the thing here, but yeah, this is Godzilla dropping tomorrow, which is super cool, but it's like one of the jumbo deals.
So you just recently unboxed one. I saw.
Did.
You did. So
I
what
did.
do you think of it? Like
I'll
quality?
be honest. I was impressed with the Freddy.
Yeah.
John, what are you laughing about right now? Are you laughing about Godzilla or something else? If it's something else, it's fine.
Somebody took a terrible screenshot of me. I guess as I came onto the stream, I must have closed my eyes really tight. So somebody took the liberty of making a meme of me when I first got on the
whoever
stream.
did that, send it to me so I can collect them later on.
Sell out at 250? Yeah, it'll sell out at 250.
I mean, it's Godzilla. It is definitely still a cool. Like, the boxes are amazing. The box artwork on these are all amazing. It's a little too cutesy of a Godzilla to me. Like, I think that's my only gripe to it. I mean, the Chomp Godzilla isn't even this cutesy, so I think like this is almost a little too cutesy, but it looks cool. I'm wondering, do those coupons still last? They sent out those 25% off coupons. Are they still going through tomorrow so people could use 25% off? Is huge off of 250. So that could be if you got a coupon to use, or if you got your Disney Plus coupon to use, like 20% off or whatever. Use it on this.
God, I don't remember that.
So
that's good.
No, Jumbotron's do not hold their value too well, which is surprising that they sell out so quickly, but they just do. And so I'm guessing there's enough of an audience of people that are fine paying the $250, but then if there's only a handful of people that I guess are reselling them because they don't resell for very well. So I guess it really defies supply and demand. Like there's technically a little bit more supply than there is demand, but there's enough demand that it sells out initially, but there isn't enough demand on the aftermarket for it to even hold its retail value. It's really strange.
I think sometimes that stuff is even for like the flippers, they don't want to miss out. Do you know what I'm saying? Like there's a segment of people. Yeah, I think there's a segment of people that want to add it, and I think there's a segment of people that are like, what if this is the one that's going to sell for double? Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, didn't the or no, am I thinking of something else? Was the Green Ranger? One of them did very well. Was that a Jumbotron or was that something else?
No,
yeah,
it was.
Yeah.
And Optimus, didn't Optimus? I think Optimus is selling pretty high.
It was pretty low number. Wasn't it lower number though? Wasn't it?
Might have been
a lower number compared.
It's confusing to me that people are buying those because I still feel like one of the chief complaints right now from collectors is they're out of space. So I'm just surprised that people have space for something that doesn't display.
That's why they end up selling them cheaper, John, because they realize they don't have anywhere to
put it. Well, that's basically saying like, oh, I made a mistake, and I would just like to get. I paid $250. I would just like to get $180. Just give me some money back. So if you really want the Godzilla Jumbotron, wait for someone to realize they've made a mistake and then buy it for 25% less.
I mean, you can.
Yeah.
You can, yeah, you absolutely can. I will say this though, I don't know if anybody else feels the same way as me. I was super fired up for limited edition, and this is a personal problem. This is just something that I just have to get over. But I'm still hurt over the Starkiller drop, and I know it's been a long time, and I need to move on. But I really wanted that pop. Just really wanted that one.
So are we back to like hating? Are we back into that? Are we gonna get back?
No, I'm not hating because it's like, oh, like don't hate the player, hate the game kind of thing. But no, I don't hate the game because this is exactly what I wanted. I'm just a victim of my own desires.
No, I agree. Listen, I'm with you. I agree with you 100%. I'm the same way. I've been complaining nonstop, honestly.
Yeah.
With every drop that's happened, and luckily I got the last one, which I was really hoping and excited for, but when we get those super limited ones and I see them go, again, I've seen a couple people that we know pick up a lot of stuff that I like. Spider Cat's a good example. I missed out on that one. That was probably a minute or two late again. It's probably my own fault, but I struck out on that. But you got it, and many other people got it.
Josh, I didn't get on the drop. Somebody was very kind and they got it for me, and I paid them. So,
well. Yeah, that's probably an easier or better way to do it. You could only had somebody do that for you on the other one.
The Starkiller. Yeah, I had actually a couple people reach out to me and they said they were specifically trying to get Starkiller for me, and I was very touched by that.
I mean, I think a bunch of people did reach out to John for
some people did reach out. Somebody as high. I got offers as high as $1,000. They were like, dude, you got to keep your Star Wars collection complete. I know you need this. I was like, don't just stop.
$600, buddy.
Please exit my DMs. Steel Effect. I agree with you 100%. Q1 of 2026 sodas are coming back apparently based on the SKUs that have been leaked. So.
Oh, you've got insider information then?
I do.
Listen, John, then I hope you're right with the NFTs then too, because as the week has gone on, like we had our video today. I think that we unboxed the Adventure Time stuff. Man, the stickers look fantastic. The pops are amazing. I'm like when you see some of those pops and it's like, are we gonna get stuff like this, or is this gonna happen on some of these Fridays? Because now we're up to tomorrow's gonna be Godzilla. Did we get was there anything coming after Godzilla? I'm not saying that they're not gonna but have they announced anything after Godzilla?
Yeah, Godzilla after Godzilla. Remember Billy's coming, the Ellie Billy, and then they had one more. They had we talked about that.
We looked at it maybe last week.
It wasn't anything I think in our wheelhouse. It was the weird Tron one.
The Tron oh right.
We were like, why is that one the big release for them? That one,
you're right, Josh. Now that you're saying this, is bringing back what we had talked about last week. Yeah, because I think that was exactly my point. Now I'm going to repeat myself, but that was exactly my point. I so disliked that one for how plain it was, and I don't want to see that happen, like drop after drop. I hope that doesn't happen.
Well, I bought one pack of Disney Villain today. Speaking of NFTs, and I scored go check out my I posted a reel.
How many grails do you have now? 6?
It's more than that. It's pretty crazy. Like that Disney Villains line is been my lucky and I've sold some to buy other packs to try again and do, but they're that line. I opened a pack and I was like, I'm not going to open any more packs. I'm all done. And then I was like, I'll open a pack today. And I opened it. It scored some great stuff. And I was like, this is what I'm going to miss about NFTs. Because I know when these pops come in, these are going to be amazing looking pops as well, too. So I've seen, we've gotten 3 drops right in a row, come in with Funko Ween and Adventure Time and Stranger Things. And people are going crazy for all these too. People are seeing them come in and realizing how great they look. And I think you don't realize how good all these NFTs look until they come into hand, because they look way better than their glam shots. So many of them have looked so much better.
Oh, and you got your answer on the coupons.
Oh, the coupons, yeah. So Ace had a great comment. He said, truthfully, the LE drops have caused someone to lose faith in Funko every week. And it's funny. I'm just at the point where I didn't lose faith in the LE drops. I'm just not gonna go after it unless it's something that's so significant to me where it makes me set my alarm and make sure I'm ready the day of the drop. But for anything that I'm half interested in or not interested in all, I'm just not gonna go for it, or I'm not gonna get my hopes up. Well, I'm not gonna get my hopes up for anything, because that's just where we are with Funko. And I mean, good for them. Funko, I feel is kind of on the up and up again. I don't know if you guys have been swimming around the aftermarket, but there's not much for certain pops. And then you go on Pop Price Guide, you go on eBay. I've been seeing some pops go up in value significantly again. I'm not talking $5-10, pretty significant jumps for some pops, some of the Cars pops, some Halloween pops.
There's definitely certain ones that are a lot harder to find. And then there's more run of the mill that, those are always, and that's kind of what I've been saying for years too. I think there's just some stuff that's, it's not going to be like it was in 2012 where, and listen, it could get to that point again. You could have a huge influx for some reason, and we do see some of these overproduced. I'm just going to say what it is. I'm sorry. Some of them are overproduced. And the overproduced ones are not going to probably hold that value down the line. But this LE stuff, some of the Cars pops are great examples. They never restocked with those Cars pops. They are super hard to find when you see them.
They just did one wave and that was it.
Yeah, people pick them up right away, and there's a decent amount, but they didn't restock a million times, so there's not oodles and oodles of them out there. So if you want a Cars pop, you're going to pay a little bit more, and then there's other stuff that you got 42 of the same character. I just think that those are going to be the ones that are, harder to hang on to value as you move along. But it does show that there are a lot of collectors still picking up that stuff. It just, like you said, John, I think that, it's going to depend a little bit. You're not going to go after every single drop just because. It's got to be maybe a little bit more meaningful, where maybe 3 or 4 years ago you'd be in that a little bit more. Maybe you never were. I probably was more, to be honest with you. I'd go after just about anything that was limited. Now I'm
I would pick up anything, but I'm not gonna. The thing is though, I would have to get a few things every now and then, but to go in every week and not get it because there's just so much demand and there's just not enough of the item, which is
that's how it used to be though.
No, well, yes and no, because like in the years, I'm talking like 16, 17, 18, 19.
Oh, no, I'm talking like 2021, 22.
Oh, 2021, 2022. Yeah, you couldn't get anything.
You couldn't get anything.
But that's when I just completely stopped doing the Funko shop. So now they like have brought it back, and I started to get into it, of course, like everybody else here with the limited piece pops. And it's like, oh, this is kind of cool. I might be able to get some of these. And then when you don't get anything, and then you see how high the prices are in the aftermarket, it's just like, well, I'm not going to be as engaged because like Star Killer, for example, I think is still holding strong at like 320, 350, which is fine. Like it's coming down as I predicted and everything, but it's probably going to be another 2 to 3 years out before I can realistically own it. So it's going back to where I felt like last year, the year before, like everything was kind of short game, right? Like you saw something, it was easy to pick up. Now, I think because of the direction that Funko is headed, where they've really, I mean, full hard stop, turned the ship around into becoming a collector company again. Now we're back to the long game where it's like you see something you want, and unless you have like really deep pockets, which some people do, but we are not in that position anymore. To where like, yeah, it's gonna, if I see something I want, it could be like 2 to 5 years out before I get it, and that's fine. That's just how it is.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think that's definitely something that I think that's very accurate to where we're kind of at. I think there is still going to be that strong demand, and again, it's what we've been saying for years, that limited, them limiting some of this stuff and making it, whether it's actually limited enough where the demand will be there, because I'll be curious. Some of these drops, and I'm not saying all of them, because I think Star Killer 750 piece, that's going to be tough. That's going to be expensive for a while. There's some of these other drops that are like 7,500 piece, 9,500 piece, the 5,000 piece that are doing good, like kind of out of the gate. I'm going to be curious to see where those land. How many of those did people pick up with the intention of churning them around quickly? And I think that's when you'll start to see kind of where the market's at with some of this as we get a little bit further along, because it looks like, like Josh said, we got a couple more that they already announced. I'm sure we're going to be getting another batch here, shortly.
Yeah.
And then we'll kind of have to see how that plays out, because this is a little bit new.
So Daftpunk says Star Killer's still holding strong at 500. Someone just offered me one for 320, and I said I'm hoping to be around 250. So if it's holding out strong at 500, maybe I'll go back and talk to that person who offered me a 320, because I hadn't checked eBay and stuff. That was a couple of days ago.
I mean, I think we've seen kind of the up and down, and I think, like you said, John, I've seen especially some older grails swing back up now. And I think that's also the change of collectors as well too. Like that same audience, like a lot of people got burnout of stuff, especially when mass produced and everything, one could get everything cheap. But a lot of people are realizing, I want that older grail, I want that older piece, and there's not as many of them on the market. But also, I don't think there's as many sellers on the market for some of these as too. Like people are still keeping a hold of certain things. Like people will drop something from last year any day of the week, but people aren't dropping things from 10 years ago that came out. I think one I looked up just the other day, I had my what on auction, and I hadn't looked up Scarface, so Tony Montana, for a while, and I was like, let me look up how this doing. It was, I know, like a $400 some pop a few years ago. I sold one at a height. I got another one probably like maybe less than a year ago, and I noticed like how much it dropped. It was like 2 something, and I was like, wow, this thing really dropped. But I looked it up, and it's back up to like 350, 370, things like that. And it's selling for that. It's not like one-off, like, oh, that's one sale, that's one crazy spike. You're starting to see that, and I think that's what people are looking for, is some of those, like, and we see that, like a lot of stuff. There's going to be stuff that dips, but there are always going to be stuff that takes back up and ramps back up and goes up. That becomes a harder limited piece to find later on still, and may even become harder and harder, as especially if it's something niche for a collector. And I don't know, like I'll be curious about how Star Killer does in the future, because it is one of the few like limited pieces for Star Wars, even if it like not as a popular character. Like
that's what kills me, because like if that thing was a common pop or like a 9,500 piece, it would be like dirt cheap. Like nobody would care. It's that number is literally carrying all the value for that. But that leads me to like one of my biggest fears, though. Like, I am afraid that Funko is going to pivot and lean so hard on the numbers that they get rid of creativity. They get rid of like just thinking outside the box.
I'm with you on that.
I'm so scared for that. Like, that is my biggest fear right now with where this company is headed, because they've just seen so much success with just slapping a number on it, which like they've been doing this for a long time. So I don't know why all of a sudden they're like, oh man, people really like limited pieces. Like, where have you guys been? Like, come on.
No, I think that like you're hitting the nail on the head on kind of what we were saying last week as well. Because when we saw that next batch and we saw I thought the Tron Pop was a perfect example of like literally just slapping a low number on the very basic common. Like, it just looks like a common pop.
Well, we even talked about the con pops, the New York Comic Con. You have the same V Friends pop from last year. Just now it's a gold and a silver. Like that's a great example of like, let's be lazy and throw.
That's so pathetic considering like the V Friends brand has so many different fun characters.
They have 500 characters. Like,
yeah, but like, it's funny because they approve that. They're like, that's fine with us. We'll sell this one at our booth. They'll get people at our booth to buy this pop, and maybe they'll buy cards or other T-shirts or whatever else they're selling for V Friends, and see Gary V and get it signed and everything like that. But they have so many characters. Why didn't the other one look so good last year too? Like it looked good as a color. The coloring of it, the styling of it looked really good for that limited pop. And then they're like, oh, let's just slap it together for this year. And you guys want to buy it? We'll sell it to you cheap because already the mold's made. We just need to read.
Well, I think they also realize that like the V Friends and Gary V brand carry that pop so much. Like, there was so many people at New York Comic Con last year that knew. I mean, they could have. I don't know. It just seemed like there was a very strong group of people who literally just wanted that pop. Like, we were outside the Funko booth and you could hear people in line like, hey, you got the Gary V pop, got the Gary V pop. Like, they just wanted the pop so they could then take it over to Gary V and have it signed. And it's like, were those people necessarily Funko Pop collectors, or are those fans of Gary V that wanted something physical with his brand and his licensing on it that then they could get physically signed, instead of being like, hey, Gary, sign my T-shirt, like they actually have something that, he could sign. That's cool.
No, I think it was a super cool pop too. So it like worked out doubly well. But, what they might have done is they might have like woke up a month ago and were like, man, we gotta get a couple more. Let's get some more hype here. How can we get a little bit more hype? And they might have just thrown this in together at the last second, got some recolored ones. And they knew that they could build on the synergy between their brand and, do you know what I'm saying? And just kind of slapped it together at the last minute. I have a feeling it's probably something like that, because it doesn't seem like you said with V Friends, I think they're very calculated in what they do, and they're very smart with the way they do things. I think that they know re-releasing the same thing from last year is not like, it doesn't seem on brand for V Friends. It seems very on brand, unfortunately, for Funko to just recolor and
yes and no. V Friends, unfortunately, from what I know, they've been flooding the market like with their own products. So when you put two companies, like I'm a huge Gary V fan. Like, I think his message and what he stands for is very good. I have heard from people who collected his cards and really were starting to get into the stuff that he was producing, that they have just been pumping and pumping and pumping and pumping. So they're lowering the value of their own product. So if you take a company who's deliberately doing that because there's so much demand for it, because people like Gary V and what he stands for, so they're willing to buy
it. Over to that side a little bit too, then anyway.
Yeah, so then you got that combined with Funko, who is like notorious for just like, yeah, let's just do the same mold and paint it a different color. So when you have these two forces combined, those two pops for like this upcoming New York Comic Con is exactly what you get. Same mold, two of the same pop, essentially, of just different colors with a piece count. So at least they have piece counts, That's
cool. And I like Michael, exactly. I mean, this is exactly the point. And I think that we're all kind of saying here is that I'm a little leery. I like it. I like what they're doing, but unfortunately, at some point, the 9,500 piece is going to become just the retail, like, 9,500 piece. You know what I mean?
So no, it's actually, I think it's a problem now. I really do.
Yeah,
I think
no, that's what I'm saying. I think we're right here.
I think that Snow White was atrocious. Like, I don't remember the piece count on that, but like, I think now, like, objectively speaking, and I'm hyper focused on Star Wars because that's, of course, like my bread and butter and something that I love collecting. Why is the newest wave of common pops the best character lineup, like best molds, best designs that we've gotten in years, probably since like the Bad Batch line came out? Like, why is that better than most of your LE drops? Why is that better than most of your con pieces? Like, that's a problem. Like, your common pop should be the starting.
I mean, if a company wants to sell 30,000 of them, they don't want to sell 1,000 of them, even if at that higher price. If you could sell 30,000 of them to comic book shops, Walmart, Target, everywhere, GameStop, everywhere that buys, every retailer online that will buy the Star Wars pop, they would rather have that. You know, like, I think that comes to that point. They have to keep the things that people also want to purchase en masse.
But that's fine if you're trying to create customers, if you're trying to create longtime fans and collectors. That's not how you do it, you know.
But I don't think Funko is totally all collectors, so it's not. That's the thing, is Funko is, if they're a collector, they wouldn't be a public company as big as they are.
And that's why I think them going public was one of the worst decisions they could have ever made as a company.
It was to make certain people money, and we know who made the most money off it. I mean, they had a lawsuit against them for fudging numbers, you know, like, to sell the IPO and to go live and stuff like that. So, I mean, but the thing about it is, I think with that, they want to have some of the stuff they can go crazy with. But it's good to see, like, there's a number of exclusives. We don't know how many number they are that are selling. I mean, you know, you're seeing other things still sell out that are just exclusives and things like that. You're seeing other things go live that might, you know, maybe feed a ton of people or maybe only a small crowd of people that want. I mean, they put out a lot of good recent, like, releases. I mean,
no, they have, and that is the problem, because they are selling out things. They are making enough money to where they don't need to change how they are. And like, I hope I'm not the only one like expressing my like collector discomfort. I don't want to say it's frustration, because I do like a lot of things they're doing. I would just say it's discomfort, and it has mainly to do with like the Star Wars side of things, because how do you get something as cool as, like, you know, finally some more clones with fives and the chase and everything, and then, you know, Asajj Ventress finally make an appearance, and then it's like, oh man, we just had this awesome Starkiller LE pop, and it's like, okay, what is the New York Comic Con Star Wars exclusive pop for 2025? And it's like an inaccurate diamond Loath Cat, and it's just like, what? Like, how is that approved? And it's, you can't make the argument that's like, oh, Star Wars didn't let Funko make good characters. They just did. They just made this entire wave that is absolute fire. They just did the LE pop, which was just crazy, especially since Starkiller comes from Legends, not even tied to anything going on with like the new Mando movie or the Ahsoka universe. So Funko has the freedom. So then it just leads me to believe that someone within the Star Wars department, or whoever at Funko makes the Star Wars decisions, is just grossly incompetent or just completely like negligent to what collectors and fans would want, that they're just so fine with just putting out like one of the worst Star Wars pops, in my opinion, of all time. Like, I just think it's just absolutely disgusting and atrocious in an otherwise somewhat good catalog. Like, there's a lot to be excited for this catalog. Like, I'm a huge DC fan, and I love a lot of the catalog that is coming out. It just
very
kills
DC
me
heavy.
so much.
Well, DC Marvel heavy, definitely. It's like,
yeah, which is fine. Like, DC and Marvel is doing well right now with collectors, with comic book readers. Like, we actually just watched a Superman movie last night, and we thought it was pretty good. It was something different. It was like, all right, there's a different vibe to it. I like where this is going. Like, this is cool. So, you know, and I heard a lot of people say the Marvel Zombie show is really good right now. I just question, once again, Funko's inconsistencies and their lack of communication. Like, the lack of communication with letting us know what is limited and what is not limited, to me, is just unbelievably unacceptable. And if that's just a product of like the changeover with this new CEO, that's fine. Then they should have delayed the catalog announcement. Like, who cares? People are already going to New York Comic Con. All the booth slots are sold out, selling for triple face value on the secondary market. Like, it's just people are already going to the event. So why are you putting out misinformation?
What are you referring to?
I'm referring to the 5. It's what I talked about in my Monday video. So there's 5 LE pops that are being reported as LE from secondary sources.
Do you not think that they are?
No, I think that they are. I believe Diss Trackers. I believe Funko Pop News. I believe Pop Holmes. Why has Funko not come out and say, oh, yes, these are actually limited? And because it's an issue. 2 of the pops are apparently going to be show only. The Motu one and
yeah, they're on their site. I mean, they showed it on their thing as show only.
Yeah, it says show only, but it doesn't say they're limited, and it doesn't say the other 3 are limited. But people don't know that. They're not understanding. Like, Funko has not made that clear. So there's going to be people going to the website on October 9th expecting to see that Motu Pop. It's not going to be there.
No, it's on their master list that shows show only versus Funko.com versus whatever, and it shows
people don't look at that. They look at they saw the slide of it. Oh, that's going to be a New York Comic Con exclusive. There's nothing on that slide that says that it's a limited piece. But the other ones do, like the Batman says it's a limited piece. The DC ones say it's a limited piece. Like, Funko has not been clear.
They kind of screwed up. I mean, they screw that kind of stuff up all the time.
But they haven't screwed it up to this level, though. Like, this is like to have 5 pops that are like in question. Because on the flip side, like you just said, we don't know. Diss Trackers could be wrong. Diss Trackers could be completely wrong about the piece counts, or if they're even limited at all.
For sure, yeah. Because I'm trying to think back. You're right. I mean, they posted their slides. I guess they don't have it in there because they don't have they don't show the box limbs, do they?
And it was funny too. Like, maybe I'm too in the weeds with like how I want Funko to be as a company, because the number 1 comment on my video was like, John, you should be used to this. Like, this is nothing new. So, but that's the problem. That's the problem too. Like, are we just accepting of a company like not even giving us all the information in a correct manner? Like, we are the ones buying their products. Like, we deserve correct, concise, clear information.
Now, they are posted on their website, and it does show on the boxes the 4,000 and things like that. So on the box art, it is, and it mentions it. So
it's not as clear as maybe they could have made it be.
Yeah,
but I know we talked about it because I think they already had like stuff on the website. They just didn't put it on their, like, I guess, the breakdown of everything when they first announced.
Right. It could have been a little, it could have been a little bit clear.
Because we talked about
if people are finding a way, like if it shows on the website, like, I mean, I haven't gone to the website and like looked up every pop. So if other people out there, if that's what they're doing, if they're gonna chase down that rabbit hole to figure out what's limited and what's not, like, okay, I guess I'm in the minority here of like people who care about the announcements. I just think from the get-go, when they do the releases, because you guys remember the releases in years past, they used to be like 3 to 5 days of reveals. I
thought they always did an amazing job back then. Like,
now it just seems like they're just revealing everything in a couple hours, and they're just like, here you go. This is what to expect. Have a great day. How about the stupid Hello Kitty bag and pop? Like, that wasn't even announced at all. And I think
they only showed it on their.
They just snuck it in on the catalog. Like, what's the piece count on that?
Who knows? I can't read that small. No, you're right. You're right.
It's just, when Joanna and I saw that, we were like, oh my gosh, like, this would be a great Christmas gift for our niece. She loves Hello Kitty. She loves the Sanrio characters. And she's like, what's the piece count on that? How much is it going to be? I was like, I don't know. There's no information. And I went to loungefly.com, even looking for it. It wasn't there. So, like, that was just a complete mystery item. Now, if other people have more insider information, or they just have access to information that I haven't seen yet, like, by all means, drop it in the chat. But I just didn't like.
They're doing the Poppin bag combo too. I feel like they stopped that and went away from it.
They're bringing it back apparently.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm the only one who's upset over this, and that's okay.
Well, yeah. Listen, John. I mean, to a certain extent, I am prepared and ready for them to not be very like. Unfortunately, it has been like this as long as I've collected for 5 years now, and I think it used to be a lot better. But it's because they used to do the reveal, like they made it. It's kind of weird, honestly. I think it's kind of weird the way that they do this stuff now. They used to have their social media stuff. They would open them up, like they'd make a big deal.
Yeah.
It's so weird that $1 billion company, and yeah, maybe they're not $1 billion company anymore, but they act very weird. Just because it used to be, like you said, it would be like an event. Now it's just like, hey, here's our exclusives, and I see other companies that are much, much, much smaller make a much bigger deal about something that you only have 2 of these events really a year. You got SDCC and NYCC that you got to make a huge thing for. Everything else is kind of whatever, but like they used to unbox these, they would show them off. You would know that they would explain very clearly, this is a limited piece. This is only going to be available here. They'd take it out of the box. They'd show it like none of that. They don't even send it
Colin
they send the stuff to Tristan. At least he would open it for them and throw that off. I don't know if he's done that this year. I haven't seen anything as of yet, but
no, I haven't seen anything yet. But
you know what I mean? Like they need to do. They do need to do that.
So Colin, thank you. Hello Kitty with the bag is 1,000 pieces. That is not that many. 1,000 pieces. That's probably going to
be on that.
I
mean, it's going to be $130 probably too.
I think that will sell out. Like years and 2022, 2023, they were selling out 3,000, 4,000 piece popping bag combos. Then it slowed down, but I think 1,000. I think that'll sell out.
Listen, Hello Kitty, because it's Hello Kitty too, and the bag kind of lends itself to that. It's not like it's a Motu, and like those sold out even. But yeah, 1,000. I think that is something that'll go pretty quick. I don't think that's like a long sellout, even popping bag combo deal.
And why is Funko not bragging about that? Like, why are they not hyping that up? Like, look at this amazing catalog that's just littered with limited pieces. Like, they should be like getting everybody excited.
I've not understood how they've run for a while now. Honestly, like the social media is like non-existent at this point, and I don't know. I don't know who to put that blame on, but the information's not good. Like it is weird. I agree with you. I may not be showing outwardly how upset. Maybe you're a little bit more upset than I am, but I don't think that you're off base at all. I mean, really, it's unfortunately the way that
I'll tone it down. I'm not upset. I'm just, I'm going with the flow.
You're disappointed. You're not mad. You're disappointed.
It's kind of weird. Like usually after also they did releases, they would have a nice long blog post where you could also find all the releases really easy. And they have a New York Comic-Con one, but it has nothing else but showing the time to be prepared. Here's when it's going to be open for our booth,
right?
And that kind of thing. So even before we talked about with San Diego Comic-Con, what time is the launch? Like, when is things going to drop? Like that kind of thing. They used to do that in the blog post, and and it's really interesting. Like hardly anything fits the theme they're showing with the blog post too. Like that's
the thing. What is it like? The oddities and
curiosity and oddities, and
there's nothing. There's not a single pop that goes with that theme.
No. But they did tease. Did you guys see that little tease that they had? And I should have grabbed this screenshot of that. And you got
the Freddy with the monocle, like that would have been so cool.
Yeah, and he turns into a skeleton. Like I showed that last week, and we were like, that should be a pop. Like both of those, the regular one and then the skeleton version of them should be a pop, and maybe a pop and a chase would be great, like a Freddy chase, which they don't do very often. A Freddy chase, I'd love to see something like that, but I don't know if we're still waiting for something to come more, or is that just what the booth is going to look like? And no,
they did. So they teased something. It looked almost like they had like a little jar with like a little Funko Pop in it.
It'll be a biddy. We'll get a biddy.
No, it didn't look like a biddy. God, I should have. I did not grab this weekend. I should have grabbed it because I thought it actually looked kind of cool. It looked like, I don't know. We'll see, because it said something about we're coming to New York City. Is it going to be some kind of surprise? Could they do something kind of exciting and different and new? Will they?
Well,
I don't know.
And they just hyped up. What did they hype up? A 1 billion pop sold, right?
It's kind of a big deal.
Something like that. So, thanks a billion, and they're doing the promotions around that. and putting that together and having something.
Yeah, Freddy jars like that.
They tease that.
Super cool.
They tease it. It looks super cool. I hope they do something with that.
But and the 1 billion pop thing, like that's huge. Like they should have made like a pop to celebrate.
Well, they might. I think they said something. The pop yourself thing. I think there's going to be some kind of custom pop yourself around the 1 billion pop too. That's what they've been teasing, and they're teasing that for the Funko Hollywood. So they're doing something there.
I appreciate you bringing that up because that kind of ties into my argument. I'm trying to calm down and not trying to be like super like angry. But that is the heart of the issue, because if Funko is not being clear with how many limited pieces there are, a lot of people are going to be surprised when they go to Funko.com or when they roll up to the Funko booth at New York Comic Con and the items are not $15. They're that tiered pricing because of their limited pieces and not just a regular exclusive. I feel like there are going to be some people blindsided by that who shouldn't be blindsided. Like we should, like, because this is the first New York Comic Con with the tiered pricing, Funko should take extra steps to be like, hey, the following items are limited. These will be at the booth. These will be available online. You know, this is what the prices are going to be. You know, plan accordingly. Like, that's just how it's going to be.
So I just looked at the shrunken head thing, Vince. I had to go look and find the jar because I hadn't seen it. I think it was yesterday or today. I've been in meetings like all day, but I didn't see that. It looks interesting. I wonder if they'll have those at the booth, like, for people to win or something like that.
That's what I'm saying. They should.
I could see something weird like that, but that Freddy would be awesome. Like the look of the shrunken head looking Freddy, playing off of that. They could easily do that. I mean, they already have what the Bob character from Beetlejuice there kind of playing off. You could play something off with a Freddy with that kind of thing. But yeah, hopefully they have some stuff going on beyond. Hopefully they actually have something for people to get, and maybe they're making something custom. Maybe they're doing some things for people at New York Comic Con, which is okay. You don't have to do it for the online folks as well too.
No, there should be stuff that's booth only, like reward. I mean, I guess maybe reward is the wrong word, but like give people the opportunity to buy something cool that's only offered at the New York Comic Con booth.
Yeah, totally.
And they did finally post. I see a post about the bag 9 hours ago, John. So the Hello Kitty bag, 1,000 pieces, available when it drops, both on Loungefly and then at the booth. So they did actually post, I think, just today about it. So
all right.
Maybe they didn't have it. Maybe they didn't have it to post photos, but it looks like these are actual photos, not just glam shots.
All right, we're 2 weeks out. That's fine if you want to give people 2 weeks notice.
Yeah,
I think that would be the nice thing too. I wouldn't mind it being spread out a little bit to build excitement each day. Like if you drop everything on one day, you kind of then the next day you lose that excitement. So if you
that's kind of what I'm saying, draw that hype out.
Yeah,
right.
Like what's coming tomorrow, or show something. Guess what's going to be posted tomorrow, and get these, and play with that. So
it's what they used to do. I thought it was perfect when they did it that way. I thought the last couple of years have been weird the way they do that. But listen, we might be getting some more. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? We got a couple weeks still.
I think there should be, like, to add on to that, like, building up the days, I think is like they did in the past, is a great way to build hype. I also think that they should have like 2 or 3 exclusives that they don't release or they don't even reveal till day of. Like it's just like it's that much hype. Like it's almost like a blind drop. Like
that's kind of what I'm hoping that we're gonna get. I hope they tease something that is there and like people get excited about it. And, I hope that they start to do some stuff like that because it's kind of what we've been
a little shock drop
for a while.
Makes everybody go like, "Holy crap! Did you see like what they dropped at the Funko booth this morning? Like, I got to get one of those." So Dave says he's not going to be buying any more Pop Yourselves. Are any of you going to be making more Pop Yourselves?
I've never popped myself, and I don't know if I'll ever pop myself. Maybe I will. I don't know.
We've done a couple. We did one and we auctioned it off, the 2-pack, just because I wanted to try the 2-pack. But I've made ones of us, and then I tried like the Halloween like ones. We've done that. I actually want to make them for some people I know. That's what I don't need to pop myself anymore, but I actually have a couple people, in my life that I'd like to make them for and give them a pop themselves of them. So I think that's something, that's what it's all about. It's all about actually, like, a lot of it is gifting. Like, most of the pop yourself is not like, I need to pop myself. We did it because we wanted to make a video and show, like, some of the different new things. And that video has actually done really well over time because people are still looking up pop yourself and doing that. But I think, that's one thing, that it's a gift. And it's something that everyone kind of knows what a pop is. I think, like, knows what a Funko Pop is. And it's like, that might be their only Funko Pop they have in their collection, or maybe they have 4 other, like, Star Wars ones or Hello Kitty ones or whatever they collect, but you could do a custom one for them, and then that person's super excited about it. Or weddings, we've seen now they're doing all the holidays, the sports, now every sports fan. So if you're a big Steelers fan, if you're a big whatever Orlando Magic fan or whatever you want to be, you can make a pop yourself for that big fan as well too. So
I need a Randy pop in my collection. I want your pop, Randy. I need a Randy pop.
I take a Randy pop. Why not? Okay, listen. Let's get into it. Speaking of pops that we would like, I know. We were looking for this for a while. They teased it. Did they not tease this during SDCC?
They did. Yeah. That was at the
right, and it was all these. I mean, it was all these exact ones. Yep. I mean, it's nice to get a fresh wave of stuff, huh? We finally got it. Jen, what did you think? Or and you, Josh, what did you guys think of Asajj?
Amazing. I mean, it's a fire wave. It's fire wave.
I think it's good. I thought it was a little bit too static for. I kind of was hoping it would be something. And listen, they leaked it. I knew we kind of.
I honestly thought she was going to be one of those characters that we would never see. So I think that
you'll take this.
I am beyond happy with this, and we may never get another Asajj. Blind Kanan, same thing. I wasn't sure if we were going to get another Kanan.
I thought Kanan we would get for a long time. I always thought we would get this one just because of it easy next one for them to do, with already doing Kanan. So, like,
how many times have we said, like, oh, it's just an easy one, and then they just never do it?
I mean, it's also, I think they're realizing, I don't know if it's because of, is it one of the anniversaries for Rebels or anything like that? Like, I feel like it's about that time for, like, I wonder if that comes into play with Star Wars, at least the licensor, like, saying, hey, we'd like to make
2008.
I think next year is the anniversary of when it ended. I think next year is the 10-year anniversary.
Is it?
Of when the Rebels ended.
So I think,
I think the whole drop is good. I like the way they did this too.
Yeah. This is so cool. I can't wait to get this.
So 2014 to 2018. The series went from 2014 to 2018. So we just actually had the anniversary.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Guys, correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't the Masked the chase?
Yeah, it should have been.
I feel like this is reversed.
Yeah, I think did they get their own pop wrong?
I'm pretty sure they
don't know. They just put a sticker.
Yeah, one of them's the chase. You'll find out if you get one. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I thought that they might.
It'll be printed on the box now, so it doesn't matter. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking for, and when I believe that they were saying that this was going to ship. Was it November? Is it December? Is that what they said?
At least for the ones I have, it said December.
Which, that's fine. I mean, what are you going to do? You're not going to get the instant gratification on some of this stuff, because I think pretty much everything that we're showing here tonight. Listen, I thought the Muppets was a great. I love that they have the another wave. These are good.
I mean, they're great because, like, a lot of people, like we've talked about before, sometimes having stuff that, the originals just have gotten so expensive on some of these. Like, it's sometimes nice to have a license where you can have some other ones. I mean, they kind of did it with Wizard of Oz, right? They redid that line and had some more affordable ones. I don't think it's hurt the value of the originals. Like I don't.
That's what I was gonna say. You know, like I was thinking about that because I seen the Scare Fair. They're talking. And we'll pull something up when we get to that because they announced Scare Fair as well.
Yeah.
The Captain Spaulding. I think that's a good example. The Captain Spaulding that they leaked tonight looked super good. I love the OG one. I always wanted to add the OG one as well.
The OG one is like so faked though. Like there's so
much.
Oh,
it's ridiculously faked. Ridiculously faked. The amount of fakes. Really, a lot of the horror pops. Ghostface was that way. The Billy Pop is ridiculously faked. The Pennywise Freddy's ridiculous. Like you could go down the list. I don't know why, but they, and maybe like I'm saying, I don't know why. Why is because they're so popular and they didn't restock a lot of that stuff, but now they're doing like what we're seeing here kind of with the Muppets. Yeah. They're starting to go back and like redo a lot of those. And I've kind of said it through the years. It doesn't kill the value typically of the OG versions. I think there's still a place for those. But I think this is good in a sense where, especially like a wave like this, where they did, some of the characters that we already have, but then you're getting a couple that we've not had before. And I like that they kept these as Funko Shop exclusives. With Dr. Bob and I forgot her name now.
I mean, it's really good to see like things like this and new creative things come out with the Muppets as well too, because there are so many characters that hadn't been made already. So, and different versions of the characters and things like that. So it's kind of nice to see that they're dropping. And of course, who doesn't want a little chicken buddy? I mean, come on, I can like a little buddy pop.
Okay, and then we've got, I believe this was. Oh no, I forgot about these two guys as well.
Pepe and the old grumpy dudes. Yeah,
I like the guys on the bench.
I mean, I think though that did they ever make them as a? Why do I feel like they made
them as the ghost?
The ghost. I remember
the ghost ones. I don't think they ever made these. Our Muppet collectors in the chat can say something about that. I don't think that they ever made those two guys.
I mean, you got to make them together. I mean, that's how they're going to have to be. I don't think. And then, Flock Pepe there. Pepe the prawn.
Tomorrow, we've got Toy Temple's got the Miles Morales. They announced that they'll be dropping them on their website. If you read, I'll read it for you guys, just so people in the chat, maybe your TV's not, whatever. Since a role in the LE program is event oriented, so I thought that was kind of curious the way that's worded there. I'll read the rest. Half will release on the website and half will release at the booth at New York Comic Con, which I think that's perfectly fine and acceptable to do it that way. I'm assuming that they're going to list these at whatever retail is going to be for. Is it $20?
$9,500. Yeah.
Is it $20?
And $9,500 doesn't come in a protector, but most likely Toy Temple will send in a regular protector from them.
Yeah, and I think
all their exclusives come in one.
I think that's a good way to do it. Like when I feel like some of these drops are going to be like event oriented, or maybe not do it the way that maybe some of the other drops have been. This one seems like it's going to be a little more normal of a release. So if you guys are looking for this, and I believe it was 9 a.m. Pacific time.
And I mean, they did the opposite where they dropped the leftovers of the other one. It was, of course, a lot smaller release with Leroy. But they did a website drop after the con with whatever was left. So I think Toy Temple has probably been the most fair about it. They also have quite a bit of exclusives dropping at their booth. So must have a pretty good sized booth this year with a lot of different exclusives from other retailers they work with. From, I think, Thrilljoy. I saw, what is it? The U2s. I think they have a couple things from U2s and some other plushes and vinyls and all kinds of stuff exclusive.
Then they announced Scare Fair again, which they've put some good stuff out for Scare Fair the last couple of years with Hot Topic, and this is going to drop that'll be the day before NYCC.
I know it's so crazy. They did that last year.
I was going to say I feel like it was the week up.
And I mean, and Hot Topic really didn't have anything for New York Comic Con last year. I think they might have had one pop. That was it. And I think that's kind of the good and bad of, having like their own thing. But I guess they kind of have to if they want to, like, they could wait a week longer or something like that afterwards. But who knows? I don't know. Do they ever have a booth at New York Comic Con? I don't think they've ever had a booth. Have they? Hot Topic or like Box Lunch?
No, I don't think so.
I know they've had at other cons like LA Comic Con and stuff like that in the past, but that'd be kind of cool if they had their own booth at something like that too.
This is the Captain Spaulding that I was alluding to earlier. I think this is also a 9,500 piece. Yeah. If I can't see that small, but 9,500 piece.
I mean, I think that Scare Fair stuff does pretty well.
It did last year.
Yeah, and they didn't have any. Did they have a limited piece at all last year? I don't think so.
No, I don't.
So regular.
Soda.
They had the one soda.
That was the last soda I think that we got.
With the Chase sticker on the outside. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the last soda that we got, other than the anime ones. Am I right with that?
I believe so. The last soda in the wild, other than the last one with a chase, I think.
Yeah, I think so. What else did we have in here? WWE? Any WWE people here? No? No one?
Probably a few.
Listen, I think there's a couple good ones that I recognize in here, but yeah, I mean, you got the WWE wave. We got another 6 pops of those.
Do you think they redo some of these characters too much? Too?
Well, listen,
feel like the other ones, or it's just through the years, they're different personas through the years. So,
well, you got Stone Cold, but like Eric Bischoff, I don't think we ever had Eric Bischoff. Lita. I remember like this is when I was still watching WWE. Was in this era here. You got Dwayne The Rock Johnson. This is like that meme that he's got. But yeah, I mean, nice little wave for WWE friends. There was the Bob's Burgers were released this week.
A lot of original, like a lot of ones that haven't been done. So Jimmy Jr., of course, character, her sister with the cat, Sprinkles there, and then so Fish or the guy, he's like the rich guy, owner of their owner of the whole town, pretty much. Everyone rents from him, Fish Odor, but and then Bob. But it's as nice to see new ones and new characters, because it is like one of those like we've talked about with like Gravity Falls in the past. Like there's so many characters that they haven't done. It's good that they're not just redoing. Like I know they did Bob, but they could have done Tina. They could have done all the normal characters they've already redone like 2 times. They could have just redone them because there's so many different episodes with different ones. But it's good to see some new ones in there.
Yeah, it's always good when you're not getting the 4th and 5th of maybe the exact same character. And then we had Godzilla again. I mean, really, it wasn't a super, not a super busy week for releases per se. I think Scare Fair will be fun. Like I'm assuming we're going to get some leaks of the rest of that stuff that they were talking about for Scare Fair, and we'll maybe be able to talk about it a little bit
Hot
more.
Topic hopefully will do a leak of it and show it off too. They usually do a pretty good job showing off stuff.
No, I don't think we talked about the numbered.
Yeah, the miles. So that the Toy Temple miles for tomorrow. I don't know if I had. I know I had a picture of it because I seen it myself. Let me find it real quick. I'll find it for you guys.
So Ace Bob Burger was a potential NFT drop release, so it was talked about. So I don't know.
You think those replaced it?
I mean, they're different characters, so they could have easily been part of an NFT release. Like if you throw some numbers on them and throw some different boxes on them. But you could say that about any drop of multiple characters. That's a little unique as well too. But yeah, Bob's Burger was in there. Supernatural we haven't seen. I remember that was in there. What else was in there? Something else that was like I was looking forward to seeing some more of. So you never know.
And here is the miles. This is the miles that'll be on Toy Temple's website tomorrow, 9 a.m. Like I said, I think it was 9 a.m. Pacific.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it is Pacific. So if you guys are looking for this, tomorrow is the day to get this. Yeah, super cool pop, right? I mean, great detail on this one. And if you don't get it on their website tomorrow, you will have to pick it up at NYCC. While supplies last, I guess.
How much do we think this is going to be going for?
Out the gate?
Yeah, on the secondary market up until NYCC when the other half are released.
I mean, so these aren't shipping out till after NYCC, right? The week after NYCC, and then the week of. It depends on how many they keep.
They did that on purpose to prevent the aftermarket. Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah. So I think it's a well done kind of thing. I think they're pre-selling them because maybe they want to, like, if they say they put 4,000 up and for some reason 4,000 don't sell out on their website, they could be like, oh, we'll bring them. Maybe they'll ship the rest of the con. I don't know. That could be a possibility of like what we don't sell at the con for the con, we'll bring more of.
Or they're just going to maybe sell as many as they can online to make sure they sell them, and then whatever's left.
Bring 1,000 to the con or what. I mean, a lot of their stuff's going to be packing up pretty soon to get out there on a pallet and everything from where they're coming from, too.
Yeah, so that's going to be Miles tomorrow. I probably will try. I think I'm going to try for Miles because I don't think that should be a complete nightmare. I'm hoping. I wonder if they'll limit that at all.
Or anything? I don't remember if that was on there.
Say anything about what?
Like a limit, like one only, or because 9,500 have been two on like the Funko shop, but I don't know if they've. I see someone. Okay, this will be one per person account address, correct? And so Toy Temple said correct, so it'll be a limit to one. Because some of the stuff on the Funko shop has been two. That's been 9,500. Or like Amazon says, whatever you want to grab, with the 9,500. So,
yeah, I mean that I feel like they should have let you take two, especially the shipping. I like Toy Temple. I've bought stuff from Toy Temple. We used to get some mystery boxes and stuff like that. I think they're located out in California, or maybe actually it might be out of Arizona. Now that I'm saying that.
I think they have a warehouse. I just know
that the shipping's been a little bit high for me when I've had to order stuff from them before.
Yeah, they're definitely
you can get two
on that side. Yeah, I think they have a warehouse and then they have their store in Arizona and then I think a warehouse out in California as well. You can get the Perry the Platypus special edition from them too. If you're looking for
maybe that's what I'm going to pick up with it. Maybe I'm going to pick up two then.
Throw it in your cart so you're ready to go. Yeah.
Might need to do that.
That's what I thought. It's just me or what? Statler and Waldorf were done as a 2-pack before. They were done as a Christmas 2-pack.
Yeah, the Marley brothers, aren't they? The goats.
Oh, and actually that was a limited piece.
They had two. They had glow one and a non-glow.
Yes, the glow one. You're right. They did do both. And I picked up the because we got a couple. I kept all of the Muppets Christmas Carol pops, and I know that we got the limited piece one that we kept. So yeah, for sure it was done that way. But yeah, the regular ones I don't think we have before. But
no, I couldn't find. I looked real quick just to see if I could find the regular ones, and I didn't see them. So I didn't. They did have a Disney Vinylmation for them, way back.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, really, guys, not a very busy week. I mean, we didn't have a ton more than that. I know that next week we're going to have more of the more NYCC talk leading up to, because it is not next week. It's not next week. It's the week after, right? Yeah, 2 weeks from now.
2 weeks from today.
Yeah, because we're not going to be into October until the end of next week. So yeah, 2 weeks from today, we got NYCC. We'll see if we get any more leaks or anything like that. Unfortunately, no soda news until maybe 2026 first quarter. Let's keep our fingers crossed. NFTs are probably gone, but will we see that continue? Some of the good molds and that kind of thing. Are we going to see that?
Yeah, if NFTs are gone, but they take the creativity and the effort that they put,
what I'm worried about
NFTs and put them into LE pops, I'm fine with that.
But I will be fine with that too, because I mean, really, that's what should happen. But
I'll miss the black boxes though.
I will too. I like the black boxes. Well, we're gonna get some black boxes for Scare Fair.
It seems like Funko's like trying to phase out cool stickers. Like I don't know what's up with that.
They're phasing out, they're phasing out a lot of fun stuff. Personally, but we'll see. Maybe they're not. Maybe NFTs I don't feel good about. Sodas I only feel good because you said that, John. Because I'm not hearing any other positivity about sodas, so I'm gonna just hang.
Well, they wouldn't. I mean, even without like anything, I would say, like, do you think Funko would really bring sodas back for one Fun Days? Realistically, would that make sense as a company?
No, it does not make sense.
And to bring them back,
I'm pretty sure I said the same thing.
In such a different way, and like such an updated, like cool designs, like it's just unbelievable. Like, I don't think people gave this Freddy enough love. Like, this is so cool.
Oh,
if it had a chance of
changing, Protozilla is amazing.
Protozilla was great.
But this doesn't need a chase. Like this.
No, it doesn't. But it kills the hype.
Yeah.
People get it. If people could have pulled 100.
Maybe that's the problem. Maybe collectors are the problem because we need a limited piece count? Do we need a chase? Do we need the mystery? Do we need that to carry the item? Like, I think it could be both. But like, look at this mold. Like, this mold is unbelievable. I'm agreeing with you. Like, there should be chases, there should be LE pops, there should be limited edition this, NY exclusive this. But like,
hype creates value that creates collectability beyond just.
So then maybe we're not collectors. Maybe we're just people that chase excitement. Whatever a term for that.
I think. Listen, I'll be honest.
We're a little both.
A fine line. I think it's a fine line. Listen, Jet, I'm with you. Like, I love Freddy's. Do I like the Mech Freddy? Like, is that my favorite? It's not my favorite of all time. Now, if they had a 100 piece or a 500 piece or something crazy, glow in the dark Mech Freddy, do I like that a little bit more because it's a 500 piece? Yes. Do you know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean that I don't like it, but do I like it enough?
But that's kind of sad though, that like you'll only like it if it has that more limited edition or that super variant.
Yes, that one is that way.
Okay.
I think it's a great mold. It just doesn't fit into anything that I collect. Do you know what I'm saying?
Fair enough.
Anime wise.
But you would collect it if you had the 500 piece glow.
Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Yes, I would. Because let me tell you why. I've got a couple flocked. I have a couple flocked. I can't even remember what they're, the sodas. We're gonna play musicals or whatever, the charades or whatever.
20 questions.
It's the like with Bingo. What was Bingo from?
Banana Splits.
Is that what it is? Banana Split. I don't collect any banana splits. I don't really have like a big affinity to banana splits. I do love flock sodas though, and I love the limited sodas. So I think it's an 800 piece if I'm remember. Did I keep it? I 100% kept it. I've got no tie to banana splits, like I said, or any of that stuff. But I like.
So I can get behind that. You'll like it if it's not even something you collect, but if it has the collector aspect of it, then you'll collect it. So for me, I'm a Freddy guy, so I have attachment to this character.
Right.
So that's why I like this, because of the creativity. It doesn't have to be super limited. It doesn't have to have the chase aspect. So I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah, and like, so to a certain extent, like I'm looking at my Marvins up here. I got Marvins. I've got the common Marvin. I don't even know if that's $10 anymore, but I love it. Like it's one of my favorite. You know what I'm saying? So I'm both ways. But is there certain things I collect because not necessarily the value? I like some of the stuff that's just rare because it's rare, but I gotta still like it. Like if I like, and that's why I'm saying, like, I like that Freddy that you just showed. I think it's got amazing, details, all that stuff. But like just the common, like that's not gonna fit into really anything that I collect per se, other than Freddy's. But I'm not like a Freddy. I don't have to have every Freddy soda because that's just not what I did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
So
it's also a piece that's easier to give up later down the road. So Vince gets that flocked whatever 200-piece something or other that doesn't really fit his collection, but he has it, and he's like, you know what? I'm glad I got this. But then come along, there's something Vince really wants. Now someone else really collects that flocked whatever 200-piece something, and they have something Vince really wants. It's a lot easier for Vince to give up that flocked whatever compared to his He-Man OG.
Yeah,
like that kind of thing. Like it becomes that. It comes that like your trade bait, your easy sell, your maybe the squirrel away long-term game. I mean, that's what a lot of your squirrel aways aren't always something you collect. It's something you think that might have value down the road as well too, more than what it has right now.
Yeah, I think I think to be, if you're going to collect anything, it's got to be a combination of everything. I don't, it's hard to collect just for value, because what are you keeping any of this stuff for then? You know what I mean? Like you just flip everything right away. I wouldn't have what I have back here. At the same time, like all my Motu sodas, like I'm 100% complete on my Motu sodas. There's only 600 Shiras in the world. Like there's only 600 people that can say that they have. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I like that aspect of it. I think that's kind of the, it's that limited.
No, I like it. I like it too. I mean, I have some pretty rare stuff. I enjoy like this super limited edition thing. I think I'm just at a point now as a collector where I want both. Like I want stuff to be hard to get, limited pieces, but also have like some creativity. Like not just like, oh, this is 100 pieces. Like I hate to say it, but like. So I'm kind of torn on this. I'm really torn on this because it's some of what I want and it's some of what I hate. And it's one of the things coming up for New York Comic Con. I love the fact that they're doing the DC mystery pop. I think that is super cool, the concept. I hate that they're doing the same exact molds as the chase pops that already exist. So like I'm 50-50 on it, where to me as a collector, I'm all about it and I'm a DC fan. But as like a more experienced collector now, or seasoned, or however you want to say, like at this point in my collector journey, I look at that and I'm like, Funko, that's kind of cheap. Like, why did you do that? Like, that's kind of lazy. Like, it's just 100-piece flash. Like Joanna even said, she goes, "Oh my god, can you imagine we pulled that metallic 100-piece flash? Like, that would be so cool." And I was like, "Yeah, like that would be amazing. I would love to have that in the collection." But at the same time, like, if they had just done it maybe like a different mold, I feel like it would, like something about it to make it different. Like now the box is cool, the sticker is cool, like the hype factor is there. Like Josh, like you were just saying, it's got to have the hype, and it does have the hype. And I'm sure people are going to be ripping them and whatnot. And we're going to be opening them in our videos. We're going to be like seeing which one we get. But I just feel like,
I think
different.
That hype factor with that is that you don't know what you're getting. It's different when you can go and say, even with an NFT, I could go online right now and buy the whatever one I want, that's available as a card right now. If I just want to go ahead and buy it at that price. But, pulling from a pack, I pulled a pack today. I got 3 redeemables out of it. A $30 pack. That's kind of like saying the same thing. You buy one one of these mystery ones, you pull that 100-piece Flash, you know, one, you're going to be hyped about it. One, even if you're not a DC collector, you're still hyped about it because you know you can sell it and then buy something else you want, or sell it and pay your rent for the month. You know, like whatever you're going to do with it, you're going to be able to like have that opportunity. And the same with the Fun Day boxes. You know, like we get the Fun Day boxes, we have fun with them. There's some that are like, okay, and then there's like a lot of great hype in them as well too. And you know, I really wish they were doing something for New York Comic Con with this whatever Curiosity Oddities like box. That would have been such a cool box if they did something unique like that. And who knows, they might surprise us and still do that. I might be like, hey, we have it. You get 2 pops inside. I wouldn't care. 1 pop. Something. And it's a mystery.
Yeah,
and
I agree.
A 9,500 piece. Like there could be 4 9,500 pieces, some 5,000 pieces, some 1,000 pieces, whatever, and they could try to sell whatever they're out of the box. You know, they're trying to sell 20,000 of them. They figure out the number combination and have something like that available as well too. Like that would sell out because people would be thinking about something different and a chance of getting something rare.
I think that's exactly what I think that's where they've always kind of missed that. Like when they did the last box that we got, then they don't have to go that elaborate. If they threw a pop in there, a pin that has got different variants, a pop that has some basically exactly what they're doing with the DC stuff. They could have done that with the Universal monsters or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Something
or their own creation. They didn't like a Freddy and a Franny, a Proto, and
upcharge it a little bit, throw a pin in there, make it kind of fun, get people excited about it. I think that, like, I would love that. Honestly, I'd be looking forward to that more than anything.
I think they should go about it.
NYCC.
I think they should go about it even more with that concept, Vince. I think they should create, which we don't know if there is or not this year, but like, I think they should capitalize on like the t-shirts. And one of the biggest things that we've always been frustrated about, and like you guys in the chat, like let me know if you think, if you agree with this or not. But one of the things that we've seen over the years is Funko will come out with like a really cool t-shirt or a poster for the event. And it's like, oh man, you can only get the poster or the t-shirt if you go to the event or know somebody who went. And for New York Comic Con, it's been easier for us because we usually go to New York Comic Con. So we've been able to get the t-shirt. Now, I don't know if they're doing a t-shirt this year, but how cool would it be if they did a box where, and I know sizing would be tough, but maybe they could figure it out. Like I just looked it up. They're a near $1 billion company. Like they still have plenty of money. They're still doing just fine. They could figure this out. If they said, hey, everybody gets 2 mystery pops and you go on the website and you pick your t-shirt size and we have, let's say it's a 25,000 piece box, 5,000 large, 5,000 medium, 5,000 extra large, 5,000 double X large, whatever. I know people will always be upset, like, oh, I didn't get my shirt size or whatever. But like, just do it something to where like, all right, maybe some people then would be going after it because obviously they want the pops, or some people are going after it because they want a t-shirt. Like, just do something different and exciting than you have in years past. And maybe for San Diego Comic-Con, you do it and like, hey, we're throwing in this exclusive poster. So everybody who buys one of our boxes gets the poster and you get the mystery pops and everything. But like, just mix things up, like make it a little special.
Yeah, I mean, listen, they like money from what I understand.
Yeah, I
feel like they would do good.
I've seen people say in the chat, like they're saving money on New York Comic Con. And then I've seen some other people say they're spending a lot for New York Comic Con this year. Like for me, I feel like we're kind of right in the middle. Like we're not like overspending. I'm
saving a ton, so I would love to spend more on something.
Oh, there you go. I would love to give them more. Like I like give me more stuff to buy.
Right, give me that option. Like if they did what I just said, like because I thought the theme seemed so cool, and when I saw the little shrunken head thing yesterday or today, whatever it happened to be, like there's some cool stuff that they really could have made it. And listen, we're saying this, we might get something. Who knows?
I hope I really hope we do.
I hope we do too, and I hope we can look back at this and we're like, see, I told you so. We have something amazing, but do that because like NYCC, yes, I'm going to save some money because there's not stuff like there's no Looney Tunes, there's no Scooby Doo, there's there's no Disney, there's nothing. There's I'm going to say there's no Star Wars either. I'm just going to pretend there is no Star Wars with this drop. So. Like I'm saving money, which is fine. I don't need to buy everything every con, but give me a reason to spend something because I love the theme. I would love a to get a T-shirt. Maybe if they do a T-shirt, I'll probably get it anyway. So I'll spend money there. But throw a pin. Give us, and like I said, I think it kind of ties back to what we were saying before. I think having a chance at some kind of a limited piece, whether it's the same mold and they do a couple different variants, a chase piece, whatever. I think they could have done something, and I hope that they do this, but I don't feel strongly that they will. But if they do something like that, I think it's always, especially this time of year, I want to be excited by something. If we're not excited by the catalog, maybe we could have something else that, kind of like what we get with SDCC. We have the box of fun, regardless of what the catalog happens to look like this year for whichever con.
I just want to say I appreciate Funko 401 because he said he agreed with me a couple minutes ago. I feel like I said a lot of things tonight and there wasn't like much reaction in the chat. Like agreement. Yes, I agree, or like, no, John, you're crazy. So I just appreciate you agreeing with me because I've kind of felt like a crazy person for most of tonight's stream. So
no, I think you actually, John, I feel like I've agreed with you more tonight than I've agreed with you in a long, long time. So I think you're actually making some good points tonight, believe it or not.
Daft Punk, I am excited for The Mandalorian and Grogu I'm excited for a new Star Wars movie in the theaters. I wasn't like super impressed with anything from the Mando and Grogu trailer, and I'm worried about what this movie is going to consist of. But I'm excited to go to the theaters for a Star Wars movie that doesn't have Rey in it.
I'm also excited, but Grogu is a real bummer to me.
I'm looking forward to Babu Frick and his friends. I mean, they're going to be the comedy element of the whole thing. I mean,
that's
so we got the new Jar Jar then.
They're going to have.
That's what you're excited for.
They're going to be fun.
Babu Frick.
Come on, Babu Frick is a fun.
Listen, I don't want to.
The bar is low.
I don't want to talk to. I'm not good. Listen, I don't even. I want to.
I don't think they're showing us half of what's going to be going on. I'm excited about some of the what is it? Jabba's nephew.
Oh yeah. What's his name?
He's ready to fight. Now. I want to see it. I want to see a fight with you'd never see those do anything. Jabba just sits there, and so it's going to be interesting to see how they're going to play off the character.
Rada the Hutt.
Rada, yeah.
Little baby
played by the guy that plays the bear, and yeah.
They did some stuff in Rebels and stuff like
but like this kind of like live action.
Right. We'll see how that
anything.
I don't know. I don't know. Grogu, I just don't know how you take that serious.
I'm Grogu'd out. So
I'm Grogu'd out too.
I hope Grogu is a Sith and turns around and kills a bunch of people and does something we're not expecting. But that probably won't be the case because they probably want to sell a ton of
he's going to pull Anakin, go and take care of some
little... Make it more fun.
That would be ironic considering he was one of the few that was saved in the temple. So then to turn around all these years later and then all of a sudden just kill a bunch of kids or kill a bunch of people would be like one of the craziest twists in all of Star Wars, but they're not going to do that.
I'd be up for a good twist. I don't know if that's the twist we're going to get, but I guess we'll find out when.
I like it. Making the styling though, like the poster styling and stuff like
poster
that.
Styling is cool.
Hopefully, we see some kind of like merch and stuff like that has that.
I'm not feeling more Grogu. Like the Razor Crest is back, so I'm just concerned that season 3 of The Mandalorian was so bad that they were like, all right, we need to revisit season 1 and season 2 and just kind of re-replicate good parts of that on screen because that's what people enjoyed and season 3 was really bad. Like I'm confused because Emily Swallow, who plays the armorer, she's apparently not in the movie. Katie Sackhoff, who plays Bo-Katan, was also reported not in the movie. So those are two pretty critical Mandalorians that are not going to be in this movie. So like Jonathan and I have gone back and forth over it like extensively.
What is this? Going to be a buddy comedy?
Yeah, like what is this about? Like clearly there's the Empire, like remnants, troopers, and obviously we saw the AT-AT walkers and stuff. So like,
listen,
what are we doing?
We got to get back to more. We need more Andor stories, and I'm not saying it needs to be more Andor. We need stories like Andor. We need that that grounded like some like grittiness. I need that kind of. That's my Star Wars, like the comedy relief and all this stuff that really. It's not been
We
good.
need substance, we need stakes, and we need consequences. Not like
much like what Rebels was, honestly.
Yeah, and Rebels was great. And like if you look at a lot of I think that's why a lot of people don't, myself included, don't really resonate too much with the Grogu storyline, because there hasn't really been any consequences. Like, Din Djarin left Grogu, but then Grogu came back. Grogu had to decide become a Jedi or train in the ways of the Mandalorian. Like, he made a choice and dissed all the Jedi. In my opinion, like, he shouldn't get any help from any Jedi. Like, there should just be consequences for his actions, and also consequences for Din. And I feel like up until season 2, Grogu was assisting Din's development as a character, but then moving forward, he's actually, I think, hurt Din Djarin's character development. So it's kind of that's kind of what like Daft Punk says it's going to be a fun adventure, a warm up for Thrawn. I don't know if I want a fun adventure. Like, I want to see, I don't know. I feel like we've had a couple years of fluff and fun. Like, I want to see something happen.
Yeah, I'm with you. I like the more, Rogue One, Andor, like all of that stuff. And it doesn't have to be those characters. I'm okay with them getting away from that storyline, even but I like that it tells, or it feels like there's something at risk where, like, you can't go any further with Mando. You can't, unfortunately, go any further with Grogu, where, like, season 3, the whole time it just felt like they were forcing Grogu to be in there. I mean, it was ridiculous as far as I'm concerned. But, I don't know. Maybe they're going to do something.
Like it's going to be. You feel like they're trying to make it more so it could be a family movie than they
need to get away from that.
Yeah, they got to get away. No more family movie. Like,
if you want to watch family stuff, like, go to a different thing. And I'm not saying like
Disney has Disney.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be Star Wars Disney. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not even trying to bag on Disney, because I think
if you just give people a good story, anything can be a family movie. Like, if it's a good
story. Andor can't be a
not where you kill a little green guy, but
okay, Andor maybe isn't a family movie if your kids are 5. But I'm just saying, like, if they're you wouldn't watch Andor with Jack?
So no, Jack's 5. So I will tell you, though, we did
Jack's
watch
your family. You could watch it with him.
No, but before, when we had what am I thinking? Why can't I remember the name? This after Andor. What's after Andor?
Rogue One.
That's stupid.
Like, movie wise. What happens after Andor? No, and then we all love the movie that comes after Andor, Rogue One.
Rogue One, yeah.
When the kids watched it, they hated it when they were kids. When they were like 10, 11, 12.
I get that.
They hated it. Now they like it. Now they get it. They like it. They're teens. They're later teens. They're all 17, 18, things like that. All the kids that watched it when it was out hated Rogue One. Like, that wasn't not their favorite. Like, I loved it. I loved the style of it. I loved the storyline of it and things like that. But kids hate it because what happens to everyone in Rogue One? What's the storyline of Rogue One? It's not a happy. There's nothing.
There's no pretty bow at the end.
Well, I mean, it's not a happy story.
I mean, through the whole story, there's not really.
It doesn't end well for like a couple characters, but like considering that they would then go on to save the entire universe and rescue the rebellion efforts and everything, like, yeah. So if you're just focusing on the few people that unfortunately don't make it, I think that's very sad.
As you mature, I think that's characters of the whole movie. When you're a kid, you don't understand why Bammy's mom or dad had to die. You know what I mean? Like, or mom.
There's a website out there that says, "Does the dog die?" And you can find out in a movie before you watch it if the dog dies or not. If you are a person that can't deal with a dog dying in a movie, I
like the way that I want to have. There's got to be stakes, because those are the shows that, again, like, we're taking animated shows like Rebels. There were stakes. Like, people didn't make it. You know what I mean? Like, and that makes it good. That makes it okay. But I don't think you get rid of characters just to get rid of characters. I think that there's a way to do it. But again, I like the stories that are a little bit, and it doesn't have to be dark. Like, you tell a good story without getting ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's got to be a little more grounded, a little more
I think they did a good job of that with the earlier seasons of Mando, though. Like,
I do too. I thought all of season 1. I think that they just screwed it up in season 2 because I don't think Grogu was supposed to make it to season 2. I really don't. I just don't believe that he was supposed to make it.
And then he's a huge moneymaker. That's why.
And that's exactly.
I think they just don't know where to go now because they kind of pigeonholed themselves in like such a weird spot where I think Grogu. I don't think they understood like how popular he was going to be. And then I heard like a podcast or something where the guy was going into it and he was saying that like he knew somebody who interviewed Jon Favreau, and the plan is like the grand picture, like big plan now is that Grogu is going to be the first since pre-Vizsla, the first Mandalorian Jedi that could wield the Darksaber. But now there's
you understand how ridiculous this is. His hands are like this big.
Yeah, but like
it's
it's that was eventually what they were going to work up to. So like then the remaining Mandalorians and the remaining Jedi in this universe would then unite to go up against whatever looming threat there was, in this post Empire era that we're in. You know what I mean? So like that was but that plan has just been like kind of, they can't even do that anymore. It's just so I don't think they know what they're gonna do. I think they're kind of winging it.
I think that's the problem.
In terms of with Grogu.
That was always going to be the problem with it. Like it comes across a little absurd to me. I mean, I get we're talking about like space cowboys and space aliens and all that stuff, but still, even on top of all that, it seems ridiculous that this. Grogu is just not the person for like. Why was that? Like,
I mean, we're ready for the new Motu movie, right? The guy in the loincloth coming back, the Motu movie. we started seeing some stuff from that, right? Like they haven't really teased anything much, but whether
I'm fine with loincloths. I'm just not fine with the little green guy doing all this stuff.
I just want to.
I'll give it a chance. So I'll go to the movies. I'm still looking forward to it.
Apparently, like movies, I watched another news bit too. Like apparently, like and I actually, for those of you guys that are still here, like I would like to know how many times have you guys gone to the movies this year? Because apparently, like movie theaters around the country are still bleeding. Like they cannot get people into theaters, and that's why apparently like big blockbuster movies like the upcoming Mandalorian and Grogu movie have been moved up. If you guys saw, they just made the announcement today. They're moving back up beyond the Spider-Verse. It was originally supposed to, they had pushed it back as far as February 2028. They've now moved it back up to June of 2027. So like I think they're scrambling to try to get any big movie back in the theater because they want to get butts and seats. And like we haven't, I mean, we're part of the problem. We have not gone to the movies. Yeah, we haven't gone once this year. We have not.
No, we've gone maybe twice. And I would have to think of which movies, but I never saw Thunderbolts in the movie theater. I never saw Fantastic Four in the movie theater. Superman I didn't see in the movie theater. Like all of the blockbusters this year, and it wasn't even because of a timing thing. It just got to a point where, like I didn't feel like the last time that I went to the movie. Actually, it was maybe it was this. No, it wasn't the last time that we went, but like Deadpool and Wolverine, I went. Almost, I think we either
that was the last time we went to the movies too.
We went when it came out or the day after because I felt like I was going to miss something if I didn't. I didn't want to get anything spoiled. But unless you feel that way, what's the point? Like in 3 weeks, 4 weeks, it's going to be in the streaming services. Like Thunderbolts has been streaming. I still haven't even watched that, which I will.
Actually, I will say this, Vince. Like Thunderbolts is surprisingly.
I've heard that. No, I'm like
very good.
I enjoyed it.
Listen, Joanna even liked it, and I don't think she has not liked the Marvel movie since Endgame. Like
full disclosure, it's my wife's fault. I haven't watched it because she already watched it without me. So now I got to find a window. Yes, I'm blaming you, Brianna. Now I got to find a window to go watch that movie by myself, and I just don't have like 2 hours that I'm completely alone where I can go watch that because she watched it without me. Yes, she watched it without me. Yeah, believe it or not.
Yeah, bring it up. Come on, Vince.
I listen.
That's true, Randy. No, that's so true. Maybe they shouldn't charge $25 for soda and popcorn. That's true. Amen to that.
You know what? We go on
like,
Tuesday matinees. It's free popcorn day, and it's like a $5 movie. Like we got it down.
Do you have the nice seats, the reclining seats?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, Squirrel
I mean, that's
without that again.
You have to have that. Now, I've seen the crazy 4D ones. I haven't done a 4D movie where they have like the seats that
4D
like, move and everything, but they have I think they're coming out with more on IMAX, but I don't think Shannon can sit in an IMAX. She'll get sick. Like, I'm fine with it. I can watch the IMAX.
Little too immersive.
She used to not be able to do the IMAX in the like domes when we go to like science centers and stuff like that.
I mean, I get like that on some rides, so I get it.
So, our friends go to the movies every week almost, though. Like,
good for them.
Your friends are keeping them alive.
I know, that's what, and I was like, well, you guys need to invite us to the movies sometime. But son went to see Demon Slayer movie. I didn't want to see it. I could have went with them. They went, and I just met them for dinner, and then they all went to the movies. I didn't want to see it because I didn't know anything about the rest of Demon Slayer. So I was like, I don't really want to sit through a movie. I have no idea about like.
No, I gotta be invested if I'm gonna go to a movie theater.
But it was what, number 1 the last 2 weeks, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Which one?
The new Demon Slayer movie, the anime.
I mean, not surprised. Yeah, I think we're gonna go see The Conjuring maybe in the next week or two. We like
the horror movie. Last Walk. Do you want to see that one, Vince? The Last Walk.
Is it the one that just came out?
The Long Walk. Sorry, the Stephen King, based off of Stephen King.
Did that one just come out?
Just came out like a week or two ago.
I'll watch that one too.
Yeah.
I'm not a big horror. Like, I don't like the gory horror movies.
That's not
all the Conjuring movies have been fantastic. I've really loved because that's like my kind of jam. I don't like Saw and all that. Like, it's too much for me. That's a little too intense for me.
Terrifier and that is gory.
No, like, I don't want to. Yeah, I won't even describe some. Yeah, no, I don't want to say. Like, I'm not into all that. I like the more like
suspense thriller, something slasher, whatever.
Yeah. Like, I could go a little bit middle of the road there, but I'm more of a, Conjuring type of thing, haunting, poltergeist, those are my jams, especially this time of year. It's one of my favorite time of the year for sure. And thank you, Steven. Look at you, my friend. Appreciate it.
Yeah, Tasha Figs. I've seen a bunch of people say that they go on Tuesdays or Wednesdays at their local theater because they're cheaper.
Yeah, what we do.
I asked Joanna because I was like, why? Like, what is your biggest like thing? Because like for us, our closest decent movie theater is 45 minutes away without traffic.
Yeah, ours is 10 minutes.
Yeah, so yours is 10 minutes, but it's our fault. We live in the woods. But to get there, like, I just hate now. Like, I want to get there, and because of social media and like YouTube and everything, I think movies should start like immediately when you go in. And maybe other people will disagree with me on this, but like, if you want to go watch a trailer, like, every trailer is online, every trailer is on TikTok, every trailer is on Instagram, Facebook. Like, it's so easy to find a trailer. I don't want to then go to the movie and see all the trailers that I've already seen.
Some of them are telling you when to go when the actual movie starts, not just the trailer.
Well, that's fine. I mean, that's good at least if they tell you like if the movie starts at 3:30, but they're saying don't come until 4. Because
especially now you got assigned seating, it makes it easier. Back in the day, like a busy movie.
Oh,
sometimes you didn't sit with your date if you got there too late.
Yeah,
sit up front like this the whole time.
Been there, done that.
Yeah,
many a time.
But yeah, it's just it's like a 2-hour movie is actually like 2 hours 45 minutes. Like,
and then you're in all 40 minutes each way. Like,
it's like a 4 or 5 hour event for us.
Yeah, you're investing. Yeah, you're investing a day. Like, you got to put.
That's very true, Stephen. We do have to live in the woods. Actually, we had our pest control come in 2 days ago. Lady, big Ghostbuster backpack or whatever, and they did she came downstairs and she saw the Funko room and she was like in awe, and she was like, oh my god, this is so cool, like, you guys are like crazy collectors. And I was like, oh, you don't know. And then we went to the garage and she just was like, she like mouth hit the floor. She's like, what is this?
We had a heating and cooling guy. I'm like, listen, just to prepare you before you walk downstairs. And he's like, listen, I've seen it all. I have seen it all. He walks out and he goes, holy crap.
Yeah.
He didn't say crap. He said something else. But he was, to say he was in awe, I think he's like, am I going to get chopped up down here now? Like, I don't know if I'm going to get out of this place. So he was taken aback a little bit. But listen.
Yeah.
I like the closing. I like that we might have lost a lot of people when we started talking about Star Wars, but you know what? It's okay. I feel like we had a nice little Star Wars conversation in there. We had a little bit of a lighter week in the Funko world, but we hit some of the some of the other topics, and I think that was fun for everybody. Hopefully, I mean, I'm hoping that you guys enjoyed that. So, Josh, what do you have coming up this week?
Yeah, so a couple mystery box videos and mail call videos. We got some stuff that came in recently, so looking forward to having those come out this week. We don't have an auction for 2 weeks, I guess. Like not next Wednesday, but the Wednesday after that will be our next auction. So next week, no auction. And I think that's the excitement I have going on right now.
Very nice. Johnny?
It's been a struggle to put out videos this week because of my voice, but hopefully this allergy medication I have will help turn that around. But I don't think we'll be doing an auction this weekend. I'm not sure. We're kind of like flying by the seat of our pants. So just make sure you're watching out for us on social media. But next weekend is our big 2-day Halloween event. So I'm working really hard to get all of the prep work done for that. Everything starts off at $1. We'll have some crazy giveaways and everything. And then, just getting ready for New York Comic Con. So
very nice. Yeah, we don't really have anything planned right now. I don't think we'll have our Halloween auction, but it'll probably be a couple weeks from now anyway. So make sure you guys check out Josh and John's over the next couple weeks. We're not doing an auction this week either. Most likely the following week. So you guys might throw out a mystery box at some point too. We've been kind of throwing that around, but that'll all come in the future. We got a couple mystery box videos. We got one on Thursday. I think you guys will like that when we drop that video today, so you guys can check that out. That's enough promotion for me. Listen, have a fantastic rest of the week, guys. Enjoy your Friday. Enjoy the weekend. Everybody stay safe. Enjoy the fall wherever you're at. The fall meaning the season, not don't fall.
Don't fall. No.
Enjoy autumn. That's and hopefully anybody named Autumn, I apologize. Enjoy the season, everybody. Enjoy the season. That's what I'm going to say. That's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this Thursday. We will be back next Thursday. Do this all over once again. I'm sure there'll be some amazing stuff to talk about because we got NYCC right around the corner. And with that being said, guys, good night, everybody.